Hey y'all, welcome back to another Swoop Sports video, and today I'll be talking about the Western Conference play-in. We'll be talking about seeds 4 through 12. We won't be talking about the top three, the Grizzlies, Kings, and Nuggets. They look like they're not going to move from those top three spots. They all look tremendous. And then, obviously, the Rockets and the Spurs we won't be talking about because they're eliminated. And the Trailblazers, I don't expect to make any noise anytime soon. They're 3 games behind everybody else, and those teams aren't going to lose that much games. They all are fighting for their lives right now. So, especially against non-teams that are in like the Rockets and Spurs and the Pistons and those types of teams, I don't expect them to lose those type of games at this point in the season. So I don't expect Trailblazers to come back. But let's start with the Phoenix Suns. They have looked pretty good. Even without Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant really helped them a ton though. They looked elite with the Kevin Durant. I really think they can contend, and I don't expect them to fall out of the play-in. For sure not the playoffs. So yeah, I think they'll stay at the 4 seed. I think they're pretty tight, but I mean, they're still only 2.5 games back from the play-in, or yeah, 2.5 games back from playing. So I mean, anything's possible, and they're also losing the Lakers by 10 right now. We'll see what happens with that game, but right now I'm pretty sure they'll be in. And then the Clippers, they'll probably miss Paul George for the rest of the regular season, so that'll hurt them a ton. But I don't know. They have a pretty deep roster, so I expect them to stay up there. And yeah, Kawhi and Russell Westbrook have been amazing. So I don't expect them to drop any lower. And next up is the Warriors. They have been awful on the road, but they just won against the Rockets and the Mavericks on the road. So we will see how they do. And yeah, they're typical, just they're just dominating at home in Oracle. And then we got the Timberwolves and Thunder. They're both at 500. I believe the Timberwolves are above OKC in the standings due to tiebreakers, but I mean it doesn't matter too much probably because it's probably gonna be changed tomorrow. Well, actually it will be because OKC and the Clippers play, so win or lose, they'll either be behind or above the Timberwolves. But the Timberwolves just got Karl-Anthony Towns back and he looked phenomenal. So I don't expect them to fall out of the play-in. They might even move up. Same with OKC. OKC has been like crazy on this crazy run. They're 8-2 in their last 10. Their last loss was against the Raptors 3 games ago. They're on a 2-game win streak, and then against the Suns. Those were their 2 losses to 2 really good teams. And it was just unfortunate they lost. With the Suns, they didn't have Shea or Jalen Williams, J-Dub. So that hurt them a ton. I do think I have heard that Shea might sit out tomorrow against the Clippers. So we'll see what happens with that because I think he wants to play against the Lakers. So yeah, and then we got the Mavericks. We'll see what happens with their game today. I don't think the NBA will change it, but as of right now, Mark Cuban's gonna protest it, so we'll see. But with Kyrie and Luka on the floor, we haven't seen much of that, so we'll see how well they do with both of them on the floor. Right now, Jason Kidd, I don't know what he's doing. He needs to start Christian Wood, in my opinion. And I really like Jaden Hardy too. He just scored 27 today off the bench. He's showing him why he can be a starting caliber player, but I just don't get why he's not starting, if I'm being honest. So we'll see what happens with Jaden Hardy and Christian Wood. I think both of them should be starting, even with Luka and Kyrie healthy. But we'll see what happens with that. And then the Jazz, they just lost today to the not the Suns, the Trailblazers. I can't tell what they're trying to do. It's hard for me to give an opinion on them because one day I think they're wanting to tank, and then the next day it looks like they're trying to win. Laurie's been staying out some games, so I'm lost on what they're trying to do. But either way, I think it's a good way for their players to gain experience. They're kind of in that starting rebuild phase, what OKC was in a couple of years ago. But they don't have a Chris Paul type player because Chris Paul was the best player on the team. Lauri Markkanen is obviously a young player, so it's not quite the same. And OKC was doing way better than this. I think they were the 4 seed. And then the Lakers, they have been looking great since the trade deadline. Jared Vanderbilt has been a beast for them. I'm a really big fan of him. Malik Beasley, he's had his struggles, but I mean he's been pretty solid for them. So and then D'Angelo Russell, of course, he's been their third star alongside LeBron and Anthony Davis, obviously. So he's been pretty good. And then the Pelicans, I expect them to start winning even with Zion. It's going to come down to whether how long Zion's going to be out. I don't think they'll make the play-in if Zion doesn't come back, but if he does, they're going to be right there. They're obviously we're a top team with Zion, so I expect them to be a top team when Zion comes back. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts on the play-in race down below are. Personally, I think the Lakers and Jazz won't make it if Zion comes back, but if he doesn't, I think it's gonna be the Jazz and the Pelicans that don't make it. And yeah, let me know your thoughts down below on the play-in race, and make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and use code SweepSports on SeatGeek for $20 off your first purchase. And yeah, see ya.